thought I would work on something new here, something different. I've done some M249 mods in the past, but it's been a while. And I had several M249 sitting around, and I couldn't really think of much to do with them. I was just going through some old parts and pieces, and I had this piece from an old AK build. And I hadn't been able to find anything to do with it before, but it was a good piece. I didn't want to throw it away, all of that. And I just thought for a minute, and I'm like, you know what? That would match up really good with the M249. So this is kind of the start of my project. Obviously, there's a lot of paint work that's going to be done. I'm actually going to paint this like a desert sand, keep this part black, keep the handle black. Obviously, the ammo box will stay black, and the battery compartment up top is going to stay black. So that's already painted. But so what I did is I'm going to go ahead and attach this as a front handguard. So you can kind of see what it's going to look like here, like this, right? And then you can see a nice metal threaded tip on there. So we got a shorter metal inner barrel, obviously, and then we've got a little threaded tip right there for you to put some sort of, flash hider / tracer on. Now, these are just some pieces that I've got to, finish out. This will just have a bolt that goes through there to hold it on and one that goes through here. It's going to hold on perfect. It kind of lines it up perfect already. So up here you can see I put this little piece here. That's where the power wire is going to come out. So the power wire is then your battery is going to be right here inside this was a scope of sorts, but I repurposed it. So that's where the battery is going to live. It's going to have a rail on top as well, so that you still, have your it works as a riser as well. This is going to sit right about here. Now coming out this side is going to be an actual auxiliary port that you can plug in. So the power cable that's going to come out is going to have an auxiliary port. It kind of looks like a headphone jack, but more like a power jack. And that'll plug right into there. And inside here will be the wire harness. And that's where your battery will go. And there's plenty of room in there. And then the back lid that you're going to remove is just a magnet piece that's going to go on here and line up like that. And then the front piece is just going to be, blacked out like that on there. So that's where your battery is going to be. So that's something cool and different. And because of that, obviously, I deleted the stock completely. And right now we just have this kind of diamond plate look on the back. Up here you can see I've got some heat inserts and a hole. This is where a plate is going to go that's going to give you a little sling attachment. I wanted to make sure if I put a sling attachment on here, it's got to be super secure, super reinforced, super sturdy, so that it, obviously the sling doesn't pull out. So that's what we got going on there. So it's been rebuilt a lot. A really cool knob to just kind of finish this off and go over the top of that. And then a few other kind of cosmetic things will be going on. So the way I built it kind of is so that you could still open it. So let me pull this off kind of piece by piece right now. All right. So you can kind of see what I did here. Okay. And again, that's just, I had to cut a little bit, just kind of cleaned it up. Again, it's mostly going to be obscured by this, but I still wanted it to be somewhat cleaned up. And then I really kind of made it so that it would flip, or you could still open it up. So I kind of just fused everything along using glue, plastic welding. So obviously not super pretty on the inside, but that's okay. Super functional, super sturdy, and you're not going to see that. This is just kind of for mock-up purposes. So it won't stay like that, just kind of using it for the mock-up purposes right now. But that gives you a good idea. It's going to be really cool. It's basically going to be almost like a pistol-style M249 because it's going to be no stock on there, pretty short front end, and then, of course, whatever you do with that threaded tip. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But I think it'll be fun. I just need to do a little bit of sanding and then really just a lot of painting now to just really paint it out really good. Like I said, kind of a desert sand on the main part and then keep black in a lot of the other parts. There might be a few little black decorative touches that go on to the main part too. Comments, questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, participate in those monthly giveaways, ring the bell for notifications so that you get those video notifications when those contests go live, and of course when all the other videos are published too. Thanks.